Welcome to This Explainer. You know that feeling when you're sitting in a town council or a board meeting and it just feels so incredibly rigid? Like, why is there so much red tape? Well, we're going to flip that perspective completely today. We're going to break down why sitting through a standard organizational meeting isn't just about enduring a boring administrative tradition.
So let's dive into a really common question. Why do things like the call to order, the minutes, and the action items always march in that exact same predictable parade every single time? It kind of feels like tradition just for tradition's sake, right? But here's the reality. That strict sequence on your board packet is actually a deliberate statutory framework. It is a vital tool for legal compliance built specifically to protect your organization. Ignore it, and your meetings don't just get messy, they become legally vulnerable.
To see how this works, we'll look at our own agenda today. Number 1, not just a tradition. Number 2, opening the legal door. Number 3, context before action. Number 4, public comment and new business. And finally, number 5, your legal document. Starting off with Section 1, not just a tradition, the hidden legal engine. Believe it or not, the bones of your modern meeting agenda go all the way back to 1876. Yep, that's when Robert's Rules of Order was published. And over the years, public agencies and nonprofits have taken that exact framework and layered on their own crucial legal compliance rules. So what looks like a dusty old habit is actually a highly evolved procedural engine, designed to keep every single decision safe and binding. Let's move right along to Section 2, opening the legal door. The meeting begins. Okay, the call to order. We all know it. But it's not just a formality to get folks to quiet down and take a seat. It's the literal legal start of the record. Until the chair actually makes this call, nothing is official, and absolutely no decisions count. It's like turning the key in the ignition of a car. You literally cannot go anywhere until you do it.
And right after you turn that key, you've got to make sure you have the power to actually move. That brings us to quorum, which is the absolute minimum number of members required to conduct business. You have to confirm this legal threshold is met before taking any action whatsoever. If you don't, no binding decisions can be made. Hitting quorum right at the top fundamentally protects the validity of every single vote that follows. Which brings us to a brilliantly simple idea from our source material. Quorum is a legal threshold, not a starting gun. Just because you hit that magic minimum number doesn't mean you should immediately bang the gavel while half the board is still looking for parking. Using some common sense and waiting an extra few minutes prevents a really messy two-tiered meeting where some people are voting on things they missed the early context for. Waiting isn't a violation, it's just smart, protective leadership. Let's roll into Section 3, context before action, structuring the flow. Notice the logical timeline of a properly structured meeting. You start with the call to order, then you quickly move to approve past records, like the minutes. After that, you gather new information, like the treasurer's report, and only then do you actually vote on action items. There is a deeply protective logic to this exact sequence. The minutes are step 2 for a massive reason. You have to handle them early to legally close the record on past decisions before any new business gets opened up. If you skip them or push them to the end of the meeting, your official record is just hanging out in limbo. Unapproved minutes are not legitimate yet, and honestly, the longer they sit, the way harder it gets to catch important errors. It's also absolutely crucial to separate reports from action items. Reports give you the necessary context, while action items are where you actually pull the trigger and make a decision. Imagine voting on a massive budget amendment before you even hear the treasurer's report. No way. That is a guaranteed recipe for an explosive shouting match mid-vote. Separating the info from the action keeps things focused and legally sound. Okay, moving to Section 4, public comment and new business. The unscheduled elements. People often treat new business like an open mic night, which is super dangerous. Raising something under new business is a feature, not a flaw. Because these items haven't had proper public notice yet, they generally can't be acted upon right then and there. It's simply a way to get an item onto the next agenda. It is absolutely not a shortcut for an immediate vote, and treating it like one puts you at major legal risk. Then we have public comment. For boards that have to follow public meeting laws, you literally cannot treat this as an afterthought. Bearing public comment at the very end of the meeting after all the votes have already happened, that's not just sloppy, it means you are not in compliance. You are violating the public's right to weigh in before the action is taken. Finally, we reach Section 5,
your legal document, closing the loop. Just like we had to legally open the door, we have to formally close it. Adjournment isn't just the moment everyone starts packing up their bags. It requires a strict sequence: a motion to adjourn, a second, a formal vote, and then it's officially over. Because anything you discuss or decide after that adjournment simply does not count on the record. The window for action is completely shut. Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway here. This entire structure isn't just administrative housekeeping. The agenda is a binding legal document and a public notice of exactly what you intend to do. Deviating from it, like making decisions on things that were never agendized, literally strips your board of its legitimacy. Your agenda is a vital tool for legal compliance. Let's be real about what happens when you treat the agenda like a mere suggestion. You invite utter chaos. Decisions made off the cuff can be formally challenged in court. Votes taken without notice become completely invalid. And on a practical level, your meetings just lose their shape and run excessively long. The agenda is the literal framework keeping everything you do legitimate. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Will you look at your next agenda as just a list or as your legal armor? Understanding this structure doesn't just make you better at meetings, it gives you the power to flag procedural issues before they become full-blown disasters. So the next time you sit down, ask yourself, is your organization truly protected? Thanks so much for learning with us today, and we'll catch you next time.